Good morning, everybody, and welcome to this webinar on Google AdWords message extensions. My name is Charlie Oakham, and today I'm going to be joined by Anna Shirley from Merkle Periscopics. Anna, are you on the line? Anna, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hi, Anna. How you doing?
Fine. Good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, good. Anna is from Merkle Periscopics, and she's going to talk today about how to set up AdWords. My name is Charlie Oakham. I'm the business SMS expert at Textlocal, and I'm going to be talking about how to set up your Textlocal account for Google AdWords. But before we get into this, Anna, do you want to talk about a little bit about Periscopics?
Yeah, so Periscopics, we're a UK-based PPC and programmatic display agency. So we were acquired by Merkle Periscopics last year, so in 2015, and so we have around 200 employees for Periscopics, but actually when it comes to the wider Merkle organisation, there's just over 3,000 of us. And according to Google, we're the fastest growing agency in the UK. We've worked with Textlocal for about coming up to three or so years now. So we run all of their PPC and remarketing campaigns alongside Charlie.
Great, and today we're going to talk about about message extensions. You may or may not know what Google AdWords message extensions are, but hopefully we'll be able to explain that. We're certainly going to explain why they're important and why Google think that including SMS is important for AdWords. We'll also have a look at how they fit with your goals, how you can start conversations, how you can create sales, generate bookings from message extensions. And then we're going to dive straight into a demo about how to set this up. Hopefully, all in all, this will be a 25-minute long webinar. But by the end of it, I hope that you will be able to give this a try and integrate this into your mobile marketing care. So, Anna, do you want to take it away? What are message extensions?
So message extensions are one of the AdWords ad extensions that we can set up. And so they sit alongside probably the more commonly used extensions like call extensions and others like site links when a user is searching on a mobile device only. And so what that really do is show users the option to send an SMS when they are when we would deem them high intent, so when they are actively searching for a particular product or service. So when a user clicks the text icon that you can see at the bottom underneath the call number, so that for this company, so using got questions, send us a text, that will actually then load a preloaded message that the user can then send to the company. And so you can either call this person back, or you can continue to have a conversation via SMS, which is probably the most commonly used way. And the person, you would pay for just the cost of the normal PPC click whenever someone sends this text. And also you would then be charged for any kind of further text via the autoresponder number.
So why are they important? Well, Google recognizes this idea of mobile first. So it's a mobile first consumer. Businesses are connecting with consumers because consumers are visiting their websites on their phone, purchasing by an app, comparing prices even when they're in store, and even calling from mobile ads, depending on really what works best for them. Now, Google recognizes really that SMS is a growing in importance for particularly UK consumers. In a recent white paper that we published, we found that by 2020, SMS opted-in users would reach 48 million people. That's actually quite impressive, and it's one of the fastest growing marketing channels in the UK. And you can see why, really, with almost a 98% read rate. It's no wonder at the moment that 36% of small businesses are using branded or business SMS as part of their mobile marketing strategy. Now, why? Why else? Well, Google also recognizes platforms like our own, that you can connect a very simple and effective and easy to use SMS platform to Google Ads, that you can receive messages online from your customers, that you can set up autoresponders and auto replies, that you can then forward those messages onto an email inbox or handle within a contact or call center. You can also collect more information about your customers. For every text that you receive into your Textlocal account, that's automatically added into your contact list. So you're already starting to build a bit of a picture up about who your customers are. SMS also is the beginning, the start of a conversation. Google always talks about this idea of moments that matter, or micro moments, or micro conversions. Well, SMS offers a convenient way to reach customers at that moment where they're ready to make a decision, whether that be a sale or a sign-up or even book a table for dinner that evening. And SMS can fit within your goals for AdWords in that regard. For example, if you're running AdWords to drive sales online, well, the message ad extension can deliver a voucher or discount to shoppers. If you want to increase footfall into a store, run a promotion in store, and you're using AdWords to drive people online to do that, you could use this SMS message extension for click and collect. For example, you may run an ad saying something along the lines of, click here to reserve your PS4 install today. Well, an autoresponder back to that person sending that message could be a unique pickup or click and collect code. You can also boost bookings. If you're a restaurant brand or a hairdresser or even a professional services such as insurance or a mortgage broker, you could use the message extension to perhaps arrange bookings or appointments. It's not only just convenient for customers, particular customers that don't necessarily want to pick up the phone or engage with you over a live chat online. It's actually really quite convenient for you as a business. It saves time on the phone. For example, if you're a plumber and you want to advertise your business locally, click message extensions or click to message can be used to arrange callbacks or arrange a time for you to come and visit. You're not necessarily on the phone all day dealing with questions. Because of our platform, we can send out to multiple email addresses, or you can connect via an API. You can actually share conversations with colleagues, particularly within a contact center. And you can keep that conversation going or keep it live throughout the day. You don't necessarily have to hold a live chat there and then. You can actually just keep the conversation or respond back to your customer when it's convenient for them. And often that could be throughout the day. So how do you get started? Okay, what we're going to do is I'm going to take you through a demo of how you can set up a long number in your Textlocal account, create a simple autoresponder, and forward the message you receive to either an email address or another number or even an API. And what Anna's going to do is just take you through a very simple guide to set up the extension in AdWords, including how to write your message, and then also how to measure your results. So what you're looking at now at the moment is Messenger 3.0. It's Textlocal's online SMS platform. As you can see from our platform, you can send and receive messages. You can also look at and collect contacts, create mobile pages, create tickets, surveys, and even report on the messages that you receive. What we're really interested in here is using SMS inboxes to collect responses back from your customers for their ads. Now, what's required of Google Message Ad extensions are a long number. Now, a long number is different from a short number in that a short number, such as our own 60777, can be used for keywords, can be printed on A boards and posted in store, but a long number very much looks like a traditional mobile number. It's any number that can receive and process a message. And you can actually create and set up this message from within the platform. So if you create an account or if you log in, you can go to receive, click on create a new inbox, and create a new text message inbox. And here you have lots of different options to create different types of inboxes here for different types of numbers. And what you want to do is create what's called a dedicated number. And what you want to do is to click the buy button. Now, our own long numbers are £25 a month. Or you can speak to your account manager today to see how we can test and trial that for you. Once you've purchased your long number, your inbox is automatically created within the account. And you can see here, because we trialed and tested AdWords and beta, we already have an account here or inbox set up already. So if I click on View Inbox, I get to see all the messages that we've received from our long number ending in 511 here. Now, once you have your number, you can obviously add that into your Google AdWords account, but what we really want to do here is create an auto response. So every time that someone texts you, they can actually receive a message in reply. So then they're not waiting for you to reply. They can get either, for example, if it's for a discount or for a voucher, you can send them that discount and voucher within about 3 seconds of them sending the message in to you. So here on the left-hand side, you have the name of your inbox, and when ticked, you can select then your sender name. So you can pick the name of your business, or promotion, or store, or restaurant, and you can write your message here and include links within your message. That's tracked and an individual to each message that you send out. You can also set up scheduled auto responses. So then if you want to set a follow-up message perhaps within an hour or 1 day or 2 days later, you can actually set those up in there. Also, you can forward each message that you receive into an inbox. So here I've set mine up to, for every message I receive in this inbox, I get an email with that message in there that's sent straight to me. But you can actually also set up messages to go to a URL or even forward to a mobile number. So if you are a plumber working remotely, you can actually have your inbound messages sent straight to your mobile as well as to an email address. Once you've done, you can just then click Save Your Settings. And then that message box is set up. Now, before you dive straight into AdWords, what you want to do is just make sure, obviously, that you've taken a note of your long number, and then you can go into Google AdWords and then get started setting that up.
Cool. So firstly, what you obviously need to do is go into your Google AdWords account. And this feature is no longer in beta. It's actually only recently been released to kind of the wider public. So you guys will be kind of at the top of the list for first users of this. So you can find it within the Add Extensions tab, and you can select the drop down from where you can see View :Message Extensions, and that will bring you up into the panel where you can either look at the extensions that you may already have live, you can set up new ones, and what I'll run through after this is how to measure your performance, and this is where you'll see all the data as well. And so you can add a new extension, and what's quite cool here is that you can set these up at campaign level. So these you could set up in bulk kind of across your account, or if you have any specific ad groups that you want to have tailored messaging for, you could then set these up at ad group level as well, and ad group level would trump campaign level where you have them set up. So this would be a good use case here would be if you had kind of one message that you perhaps wanted to show kind of as a catch-all to everyone, but then you had your high priority ad group where you wanted to really have a tailored and personalized message and a back and forth with that particular user. That's when you could then go and set that up at ad group level as well. And I would definitely encourage people to kind of have both set up, and you could obviously look at the performance between the two anyway. And if we go onto the next slide, I can talk you through how to actually set up your message extension here. So it's really, really simple to do, and actually only takes kind of 5 to 10 minutes once you have gone through the steps that Charlie just ran through, going about how to get the dedicated long number. So here I just used an example from us. So you would add in your business number, the number that you actually want that can receive the text messages, so that dedicated long number here. And then you want to add in the extension text, and that's what shows beneath your normal ad copy. So here you would just want something quite short and snappy, so text us for a free review, text us for us to call you back, or something like that, because there is only a limited number of characters that you can use here. And then the final section is the message text. So this is what actually auto-populates within the messaging app itself. So here you can be slightly more wordy. So you can say, for example, for us, I'd like to arrange a free PPC campaign review. please text me back. And the autoresponder could be kind of going back and forth about what exact services they were after, for example, and then eventually the aim would be one of our business development guys to call them back. And I haven't included it here, but there is that advanced drop down at the bottom as well. And this is where you can actually set up things like custom scheduling. So if actually you are going to be live and kind of replying to these in real time, you may only want these showing during core business hours. And so you can set all of that up within advanced settings as well, so it's very customizable. Cool, and just about measuring performance. So what you can see here is that within the same ad extensions tab that I showed earlier, so within message extensions, this is where you can segment out the data and see metrics split by other extensions on this one specifically. So you would want to go to the message extension kind of top level view into the segment area and then segment by click type. And this is where you can see in number 2 the kind of results posted out by site links, how it clicks the call to mobile, and the click to message, which is the extension we're talking about today. You can see the number of impressions, so the number of times someone's actually viewed your extension, the number of times someone's clicked on it. So then they've obviously gone on to send the text, so you can see the click-through rate and how much you're paying for each click there. It's also worth highlighting here that, as I mentioned earlier, this is a very new feature that Google have released. So we're pretty sure that over kind of the coming months that there'll actually be more visibility here within the AdWords interface itself about about the kind of data that you can see, how you can measure performance. Because at the moment you can see kind of the top level engagement, but actually what we've then had to kind of go and do is looking back off at back office data for kind of more insights there, so where you can see kind of what this person who sent this message then went on to do. So as long as you have that capability and that functionality, then you can kind of use a mixture of both AdWords data and your own back office data to measure performance here. It's definitely worth highlighting the fact that we've seen these mobile click to message extensions showing for over 50% of all mobile traffic, and that figure is actually increasing now as they've kind of come out of that initial beta testing phase. And so it's definitely rolling out to lots and lots of people searching on their mobiles now. And as it's such a new feature, there's not a huge number of people using it, so it would be really great to see more people using it and more people testing it here.
Great, and obviously I know we can, if you're attaching links to your autoresponders, you can, within the Textlocal platform, track and see how many people click on those links. And if you're using, say, Google Analytics' own tagging, you can actually then track them as they go through your website as well. So you can probably and definitely attribute spend to the SMS campaigns that you attach to AdWords as well. Great, thanks very much for going through those. Now we have more information about message extensions. If you obviously, as usual, if you want to text AdWords to 60777, what we will do is send you some links to some more information on our own website, including more information about how to set up with a knowledge base walkthrough, why more examples and why message extensions are important or will be more important to your business in the coming future. And then also some more information about, if you're a marketing agency, how you can offer, or why offering long numbers to your customers is a great way of getting them started, particularly with PPC. Now at this point we've got some time for a couple of questions, and I've received a couple already. Anna, one of the guys on the webinar is asking about the cost. Can you just go back through the cost to this for adding the message extensions?
Every time someone clicks on the actual little link that appears below your ad, it's just the same price as the normal price that you pay per click on AdWords. So there's no additional cost to this, it's just the same as your regular cost per click.
So it's the same as adding perhaps like message links or even app downloads to your ads. There's no special cost, is there, to this?
Yeah, exactly.
Great.
That's why
And
one of the reasons why we like it so much. It's very cost effective.
great. And from our perspective, if you set up an autoresponder and you write your message within 160 characters, that's actually going to cost you only just 1 credit. So you could be paying, gosh, as little as 2.5 or 3 pence, or even 4.5p if you're only buying a small number of credits. Obviously, as well as the cost of buying the long number. So really, for less than perhaps £30 a month, you can add or reach a lot more people who perhaps don't necessarily want to pick up the phone and speak to you, or go to the website and engage you over live chat. So really, it's quite a low-cost way of reaching an additional audience. So I'm quite excited to sort of see this rolling out, particularly in the UK, and getting people or businesses adopting to use it. Great. Well, thanks very much, everybody, for joining us today. And Anna, thanks very much for coming in and showing us how to set up AdWords.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
That's great. Well, what I'll do is we'll also send out some more information, as well as obviously a link to this recorded webinar. So if there's anything you missed, you can watch it again. But if you do would like to know more information, or if you'd like to perhaps arrange a call back from one of our guys to find out a little bit more about Textlocal, just please visit textlocal.com, and then from there you'll be able to request a call back, and then we'll be able to take this through. Thanks very much, everybody.